Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 47, Grace Gregory. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 19, Anne-Marie Richards. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 4, Katie Mathena. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 22, Sarah Walker. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 6, Shelby Armstrong. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 14, Abby Martin. And starting in the circle for the Eagles, number 1, Atiana Stamper. And now the starting lineups for today's game for the Anderson Trojans. Leading off and playing center field, number 8, Kara Davis. Batting second, the left fielder, number 12, Shelby Bant. Batting third, the designated player, number 00, Carson Hobbs. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 57, Lauren Brakovic. Batting fifth and playing third, number 27, Cadence Barrick. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 22, Bella Harbor. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 10, Jenna Davis. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 11, Kensley Dunn. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 20, Chloe Manis. And starting in the circle for the Trojans, number 17, Cora Kilgore.
On a beautiful 70-degree afternoon, a trip to Championship Saturday is on the line as two-seeded Anderson, fresh off staving off elimination against top-seed LR in Game 2 of today, takes on 3-seed Carson-Newman in a rematch of yesterday's opening round matchup between the two sides. Carson-Newman got the win 5-2 behind 3 runs in the 7th inning. They'll face Cora Kilgore, the left-hander, to get the ball for Anderson and Kelly Roberts. And here is the lineup that she will be facing from head coach Michael Graves and Carson-Newman. A lot of changes between the 9 hitters that are all the same from this morning's matchup against Lincoln Memorial, but their positions are different. No change at the top. Malia Smith, the shortstop, leads off. Addie Saunders bumps up to the 2 spot, playing in left field. 3 and 4 remains untouched with Macaulay Bailey, the first baseman, and Grace Gregory at third. Anne-Marie Richards continues to swing a hot bat. She's batting 5th. Katie Mathena bats 6th, playing in right. Sarah Walker, the DP, is batting 7th. Shelby Armstrong, the second baseman, bats 8th. And now dropping down to the 9th spot is the center fielder, Abby Martin, as they get ready for the second elimination game of the day. Winner advances to the championship tomorrow when they face
Malia Smith.
Lincoln Memorial, needing to win 2 games as the Rail Splitters continue on their Cinderella story. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Kilgore set in the circle, and we are underway with a 4:28 first pitch that catches the inside corner to Malia Smith. A 5-2 win for Carson-Newman yesterday in the nightcap of day 1, knocking off Anderson. Here's the 0-1 from Kilgore. Smith tries to lay down a bunt, comes up empty, and it's 0-2. And now here they are together once again, trying to advance to tomorrow's championship against Lincoln Memorial. The 0-2 to Smith, slow roller left side, scooped up by the glove hand of Jenna Davis, throws to first, it's not in time. Malia Smith with a leadoff single gets things going, and that is a piece of Smith's game that has been missing these first couple of days. Down in Hickory, North Carolina at Sheena Holler Field,
number 44.
She's been able to put balls in play, but the placement has not been as smooth, and there she's able to knock a slow roller out of reach for Kilgore, and a tough play for Davis. As Addie Saunders, who slid up to number 2 in the order, stands in the lefty's batter's box against Kilgore. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1 as Saunders was showing bunting, reared back. Saunders this morning picked up an RBI single. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Eagles have the benefit of rest in between this morning's contest against Lincoln Memorial to now this afternoon's nightcap. Here comes the 2-0. Misses inside from Kilgore. Smith with a large secondary lead stops and retreats as the catcher Chloe Maness able to pick it up. Three balls, no strikes. Lefty on lefty. Kilgore comes home. Misses inside, a 4-pitch walk to Addie Saunders. And the first 2 have reached against Kilgore. Setting the table for Macaulay Bailey.
Number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
The first baseman from Carson-Newman. Yeah, this morning was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Continues to produce atop the Carson-Newman order. Stands with an open stance in the righty's batter's box. First pitch to Bailey, pops it up behind home plate. Maness rips the mask off and is able to make the grab for out number 1. But tagging from second and going to third is Malia Smith. The throw down, not in time. A headfirst dive from Smith as both runners advance 60 feet. Saunders advancing up to second. So while Bailey's frustrated, slamming her bat,
the third baseman,
Smith and Saunders take
Grace
advantage,
Gregory.
putting 2 in scoring position for Grace Gregory as the Eagles try to strike first. Slow starts have plagued the Eagles this weekend. Plagued is a poor choice of words. Plagued them this morning, I should say, rather. First pitch to Gregory from Kilgore. Misses above the zone, 1-0. Yesterday was a pitcher's duel for 5 innings between these two sides. Before Carson-Newman broke through in the 5th, Anderson responded with a pair of runs of their own. Tied at 2 going to the 7th. There was 3 runs by the Eagles, and Gregory had the game-winning hit. 1-0 catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Saunders at second, Smith at third. First 2 reaching after the lineup changes from head coach Michael Graves. Here comes the 1-1, off speed, races upstairs, doesn't find the zone. Two balls and a strike with 1 gone here in the top of the first. Righty on lefty, the 2-1. Gregory fouls it straight back, and it's 2-2. Kilgore pitched yesterday, and the game against Carson-Newman also got the ball in the start against LR. And the first game today, first elimination game of the tournament. 2-2 to Gregory, pops it up, first base side, running over and running out of room is Lauren Brockovic as Gregory stays alive. Here's another 2-2. Gregory grounds it foul into the third base side dugout, or just to the left of it, where Carson-Newman sits. Time is called as Maness, the catcher, will go out to chat with Kilgore, looking at Anderson defensively. Brockovic's over at first. Second base is Kinsley Dunn, and Jenna Davis is at short. Cadence Barrick at third. From left to right in the outfield, it is Shelby Bant, Kara Davis, and Bella Harbor. Gregory deep in the righty's batter's box. 2 on, 1 away, top of the first. Another 2-2 from Kilgore. Gregory flares it out into foul ground right field, and it hits off of one of the thick stanchions that holds up the netting that protects the grandstand behind home plate. Third consecutive foul ball keeps this at-bat going. Pitch number 8 upcoming between Gregory and Kilgore here in the top of the first. Saunders at second, Smith at third. Tremendous speed on the bases for the Eagles. 2-2. Gregory line shot straight to third, where Barrick snags it. Puts 2 away. Missed opportunities is now head coach Michael Graves
19,
phrased it after the loss
Richards.
against Lincoln Memorial. Not missed opportunities per se, but had a chance early in the game to keep the deficit manageable, but weren't able to capitalize, and before they knew it, after 3 innings, it was a 7-0 Lincoln Memorial lead. The Eagles battled back to trim it down to 2. 3 runs in the 7th by LMU carried them to that victory. As first pitch to Anne-Marie Richards misses a touch outside to the right-handed hitting catcher. That has only elevated her play as this season has moved along, especially in the back half of this season. Really in the SAC tournament ending the season. 1-0, off speed above the zone, 2-0. Richards blasted her 5th home run of the season, a solo shot that opened the scoring in the bottom of the 4th for Carson-Newman against Lincoln Memorial this morning. Sits in the driver's seat in a 2-0 count. Kilgore home. Richards shoots it off of Brakovic at first. It's a race to the bag, and Brakovic will win it for out number 3. So after Smith and Saunders reach against Kilgore, she gets out of the jam, putting down the next 3, and Carson-Newman strands a pair heading to the bottom of the first. Tatiana Stamper gets the ball when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Leading off for the Trojans, the center
Tatiana
fielder,
Stamper
number
gets
8,
the ball here
Kara
for
Davis.
Carson-Newman in its elimination game against Anderson in the bottom of the first. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Kara Davis leads off, standing in lefty's batter's box. Will be followed by Shelby Bant and Carson Hobbs. First pitch from Stamper to Davis. Dips down and away in the lefty's batter's box, or the righty's batter's box, excuse me. 1-0. Lauren Brakovic batting cleanup, playing at first base, and Cadence Barrick bats 5th in the Anderson order. The 1-0 from Stamper, low and away. 2-0 against the center fielder in Davis. Batting 6th, Bella Harbor, the right fielder. Jenna Davis, the shortstop, bats 7th. Kinsley Duns, the second baseman, batting 8th, and Chloe Maness, the catcher, rounds things out, batting 9th. 2-0. Stamper fires it into the top of the zone and gets back in it 2-1 against leadoff hitter and center fielder in Kara Davis. And it was another point of emphasis for head coach Michael Graves, getting ahead against batters. The 2-1, Davis chops it to the right side of the infield, scooped up by the second baseman Armstrong, and an underhand toss to first retires Davis for out number 1. Felt his team fell behind too often early in at-bats, and that really set the table for what Lincoln Memorial utilized so well in this morning's win. 4 home runs, a trio of 2-run shots. First pitch is a strike to Shelby Bant on the inner half. The 0-1 from Stamper hangs low, 1 ball and 1 strike against the left fielder Shelby Bant. Stamper making her 29th appearance, 21st start in the circle. 1-1. Bant flares it out into left center field. Martin ranges over and hauls it in for out number 2. And the bottom of the first, and here comes Carson Hobbs, SAC Player of the Year.
The designated player, 00.
And first
Carson
team All-SAC
Hobbs.
designated player. Had a tough go so far in the SAC tournament, but had a huge marquee hit in the win against LR just about 30 minutes ago. First pitch to Hobbs, clips it straight back, 0-1. Went 1 for 4, but had a bases clearing double. Tied the game up in the 5th inning. After LR had gone ahead 3-0, Anderson ripped off 8 consecutive runs on its way to an 8-5 victory to face Carson-Newman. 0-1. Hobbs pops it up. And it's over my head. I was ready for it. It's not banana ball. If I had caught it, I think Carson-Newman would have liked that to count. As said, the count goes to 0-2 now against Hobbs in the lefty's batter's box. Stamper looking for a 1-2-3, bottom of the first. Pitch home. High and outside to Hobbs, 1-2.
Way to watch, way to watch.
Hobbs was 0 for 2 against Carson-Newman yesterday. 1-2. Hobbs, hard ground ball through the right side and into center field. Back-to-back games with a hit for Carson Hobbs. Gives Anderson its first hit after it took them quite some time yesterday to pick up their first hit against Stamper.
Number 57, Lauren Brakovic.
Stamper didn't allow a hit till the 5th inning and hadn't allowed a base runner till the 4th. So here comes Lauren Brakovic. First offering from Stamper. Hangs just a touch outside, and it's 1-0. First righty in the Anderson order that is unchanged from yesterday and from game 1 against Anderson today, or against Lenore Ryan today, and the count goes to 2-0 as it misses low. From Stamper. Brakovic drives it into left field. Saunders takes a couple of steps back and is there to make the play for out number 3. A 2-out base hit from Hobbs. No further damage done as we're scoreless through the first.
Runs on 1 hit.
We'll head
errors,
into
and
the
1 left.
top of the second.
You go to the
Knotted
top
at
of the
0
second.
between Carson-Newman and
Scoreless.
Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Top of the second inning, it is a 0-0 ball game through 1 between Carson-Newman
Leading off the
and
second for the
Anderson.
Eagles,
Winner
the
advances
right
to
fielder,
tomorrow's
number 4,
championship to take on
Katie Mathena.
4-seed Lincoln Memorial. Rail Splitters upset top seed LR yesterday 3-1 and then took down in-state rival Carson-Newman earlier this morning. Mathena goes after the first pitch, hits it on one hop to the third baseman, Cadence Barrick, snaps it across the diamond for out number 1 here in the second. Poor Kilgore continues to work in the circle. Carson-Newman had a chance in
The
the
designated player, number
top of the
22,
first inning. First
Sarah
two reaching
Walker.
and getting into scoring position with 2 away, or with 1 out, excuse me, rather. And then the next 2 were retired by Kilgore to escape trouble. Coming into this contest, Kilgore with 3.97 ERA. First pitch swing for Sarah Walker. Bounces it left side. Hits off the glove of Barrick. Picked up by the shortstop Davis. Makes a jumping throw to first, but it is not in time. And Walker is aboard. See how it's ruled.
The second
Right
pitch,
now, a one-out
number
base
6,
runner for
Shelby
Carson-Newman.
Armstrong.
And it's Shelby Armstrong. They'll mark it down as an infield single for Sarah Walker. And here comes Shelby Armstrong. Kilgore delivers the first pitch strike on the outer half. The 0-1 from the lefty. Armstrong in the air out to right field. Harbor in foul ground down the line. Makes the grab and puts 2 away. Kilgore against Lenore Ryan got the start, went 3 2/3, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned on 5 hits, had a pair of strikeouts and a walk. 2 hit batters in a no decision. Carson Hobbs picked up the win, going the final 3 1/3. And a come from behind effort by the Trojans as Abby Martin steps into the righty's batter's box as the 9-hitter and takes ball 1 upstairs. Martin has been batting second in the Carson-Newman order for about the last 2 months or so after a hot start to the regular season. 1-0 bounces in, blocked behind the dish by Menes. 2-0. But to start the season, Martin was batting towards the bottom of the order. With her speed is really able to set the stage for the top half. Here comes the 2-0. Catches the outside corner, 2-1. Oh, my apologies. That missed outside. 3 balls and no strikes now to Martin. (3-0). That's low. It's a 4-pitch walk to Martin. And it puts 2 on once again for Carson-Newman with 2 away.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money.
And it's back to the top of the order
The
with
shortstop,
Malia Smith.
number 33.
Picked up an infield
Malia
single her
Smith.
last time up to the shortstop in Davis. And so Martin puts some speed on the bases and puts pressure on against Cora Kilgore. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Smith. Slaps it out of play. Straight back, 0-1. Kilgore got some time in yesterday's game against Carson-Newman. Went a third of an inning, giving up a hit, and got the final out that Anderson needed in that top half of the 7th when Carson-Newman plated 3 runs. The 0-1 to Smith. Chopper right side, gloved by Dunn. Flips it on the backhand to first, and it's in time for out number 3. Smith was trying to find a gap. Kinsley Dunn, the second baseman. Stellar defensive work. Retires
And no
her,
runs
and for the
on
2nd
1
straight
hit,
inning,
no errors
Carson-Newman
and
strands a
2
pair.
left
We
for
head
the
into
Eagles
the bottom of
in
the
the top of the
2nd.
second.
Deadlocked at 0 on the
And the bottom
Eagles
half.
Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
5, 6, and 7 in the Anderson order against Stamper here in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to Cadence Barrick. Notches the bottom rail of the zone. 0-1. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Delighted you could make me a part of your Friday afternoon here from Hickory, North Carolina. Second elimination game of the day. The 0-1. Barrick turns on it and lifts it foul down the left field line, and it turns into the Carson-Newman bullpen. Count goes to 0-2. Eagles and the Trojans meeting for the second consecutive day. 0-2. Foul tip by Barrick. Stays alive in this battle with Stamper. Gave up just one hit in the bottom of the first, a single from Carson Hobbs with 2 outs. Carson-Newman has left 4 runners on base through the first 2 innings. The 0-2 from Stamper. Wave and a miss. Barrick out in front. Stamper's got her first punch out. Puts one away in the bottom half of the second.
The right fielder, number 22, Bella Harbor.
So here comes Bella Harbor. Righty on righty. Harbor swings on the first pitch, hits it through the 5-6 hole on the left side of the infield and into left field for a 1-out base hit. And so Harbor,
the shortstop,
trying to get something
number
going
10,
for the
Jenna Davis.
Top of the order with this bottom half. Delivered the first hit in the first game today for Anderson. First pitch swing, chopped on the ground to third, going to second is Gregory. Armstrong was off the bag, spins around, applies the tag to second base, and retires Harbor. It was Jenna Davis jumping on the first offering she saw from Stamper. And it gets over to first on the fielder's choice.
Number
It's
11,
away.
Kinsley
Yes, here
Dunn.
comes Kinsley Dunn. But it was Harbor, as I said, got the first hit for Anderson in the top of the second against Lenore Ryan. Trojans trailed 3-0 heading into the 5th. First pitch swing for Kinsley Dunn. Deep drive out in the left center. Back goes Martin. It is gone. Kinsley Dunn jumps on the first pitch and leaves the yard on a 2-run shot.
A 2-run shot
to give Anderson a
Kinsley
2-0
Dunn.
lead in the bottom of the second. Dunn, just a .250 hitter, the senior out of Central South Carolina, her first home run this season. And the first home run in her
The
career.
catcher, number 20,
Stands
Chloe
at 5 foot
Manis.
flat and has just had 5 career RBIs. Well, she picks up 2 with 1 swing. And it's an energy building play for the Trojans, striking first. Chloe Manes, the 9-hitter, comes up. She jumps on the first pitch from Stamper, flies it out in the left center. Saunders into the gap, puts her down. But Anderson draws first blood, a 2-run shot on the first career long ball from Kinsley
And the
Dunn.
Trojans score 2
Makes
on
it
2
2-0
hits.
as we go into the
No
third on
errors
the
and
Eagle
none
Sports
left.
Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
For the 5th time today, Carson-Newman gives up
And
a home
leading off for
run.
the
It's
Eagles,
Kinsley
the
Dunn.
left fielder,
The most
number
unlikely
44,
person from Anderson
Addie
to hit one
Saunders.
out. Makes it 2-0 in the bottom of the second. The senior with her first career home run. gives the Trojans a lead as Kilgore goes to Addie Saunders, who goes after the first pitch. Deep drive out into the right field corner. There's Bella Harbor to put down Saunders for out number 1. Put a good swing on it. She was looking for her first career home run, but just got a hair underneath
number
it.
40, Macaulay Bailey.
And so Carson-Newman, that had applied pressure through the first 2 innings, leaving 4 runners left on. Had 2 outs in the bottom of the second as Kilgore misses on the first offering to Bailey. It is Anderson with 2 outs, picking up a big swing from their second baseman to jump in front 2-0. A 1-0 to Bailey. A drop pitch low, 2 balls and no strikes. As Kilgore continues to work in the circle. Freshman out of Smithville, Tennessee. There comes the 2-0. Misses outside. And it's quickly 3-0 against Macaulay Bailey. Popped out to the catcher behind home plate her first time up. As Carson-Newman looks to get some energy back into its own dugout. 3-0. Bailey with the green light. Fouls it straight back, and it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Here comes Kilgore on the 3-1. Back upstairs with a rise ball. Misses upstairs. And Bailey tosses her bat towards the third base dugout. She's on base with a 1-out walk. And here is Grace Gregory.
The third baseman, number 47, Grace Gregory.
Already the 5th batter to reach for Carson-Newman. As Grace Gregory looks for another marquee swing. First pitch from Kilgore misses outside, 1-0. Just 1 home run for Carson-Newman through the first 2 games it's played. And here in the third, it was a solo shot from Anne-Marie Richards in the first game today against Lincoln Memorial. However, teams have utilized the long ball against the Eagles. The 1-0 moves inside. Gregory snaps her legs out of the way, and it's 2-0. Teams have hit 5 home runs now against Carson-Newman. 4 of them came in the first game for Lincoln Memorial, and now Kinsley Dunn in the bottom of the second. 2-0 to Gregory. Kilgore high and outside, and it's 3-0 to Gregory. She's missed out of the zone on 7 of her last 8 pitches to these Carson-Newman hitters. The 3-0 outside, ball 4, back-to-back walks. Puts 2 on with 1 away. It's Kelly Roberts is going to come out of first base side dugout and talk to Kilgore. That has delivered 4 walks through 2 1/3 innings of work so far. No strikeouts. And so Anne-Marie Richards in this big spot as the tying run on the bases with Bailey at first, or Bailey at second, Gregory at first. As the Eagles are trying to battle back here, Roberts with a long-winded conversation with Kilgore and Maness. She exits stage right, and the rest of the infield comes in for high fives with Kilgore here in this spot.
The catcher,
as Maness returns
number 19,
behind the plate.
Anne-Marie Richards.
Richards had the swing in the first meeting between these two yesterday that put the Eagles in front on a 2-run single. Delivered a sac fly an inning later. First pitch to Richards, rise ball high. 5 consecutive balls from Kilgore. She's missed the zone on 9 of her last 10. Eagles bench trying to see if they'll get a 6th consecutive. Richards in the righty's batter's box. Here comes the 1-0. Richards turns on it. Deep drive out towards left. Bant towards the warning track, makes the grab. Tagging from second, trying to go to third is Bailey. She slides in under the tag. It was a close play and a dangerous play for Macaulay Bailey, but she legs it out up to third. Gets in underneath the tag of Barrick as Gregory advances up to second. Richards
The
just
right
missing
fielder,
on her
number
second
4,
long ball today.
Katie Mathena.
Brings Katie Mathena to the plate with 2 in scoring position and 2 away. First pitch foul tipped by Mathena to the backstop. Wind is blowing out this afternoon. Yesterday the wind was blowing in, killed a couple of home run balls from Carson-Newman. Today just missing on a couple of swings. The 0-1-2 Mathena. Outside from Kilgore, squares the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Mathena jammed inside, pops it up to the left side of the infield. And there's Jenna Davis to retire Mathena. 6 runners left on base through 3 innings for Carson-Newman. Anderson takes a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the third. Back with more from Hickory on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Bottom of the third inning. Kara Davis leads off, jumps on the first pitch from Stamper. Slow roller to the second baseman Armstrong. All in one motion. She swoops it up and tosses to first for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. Anderson with a 2-0 lead in its second consecutive elimination game this afternoon. Took down top-seeded LR and knocked the host out of the tournament with an 8-5 victory. Shelby Bant climbs in. First pitch from Stamper, high and tight to the left-handed hitting left fielder for a first pitch ball. Carson-Newman, meanwhile, dropped its first against Lincoln Memorial this morning. 1-0. Bant goes around on a rise ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it was Kinsley Dunn that opened the scoring in the bottom of the second with her first career home run, a 2-run shot. With 2 outs, the 1-1. This is a touch inside. It's 2-1. Tight zone from home plate umpire Ray Thacker. 2-1. Misses upstairs on a rise ball, 3-1. Here comes a 3-1. That's low, and Bant works a walk. She does that better than anybody in the South Atlantic Conference. Her 44th walk of the season.
0-0, Carson Hobbs.
Brings Carson Hobbs to the plate with 1 on and 1 away. Hobbs, a ground ball single through the right side, her first time up. Wide stance in lefty's batter's box. First pitch to Hobbs, drops low. There comes a 1-0 to Hobbs. Flares it up down the left field line into foul territory. Saunders and Smith running over. Neither of them can get there, and it falls foul. One and one against the SAC's Player of the Year. Had 3 RBIs against Lenore Ryan earlier this afternoon. 1-1. Stamper cements it in the heart of the zone, 1-2. Righty on lefty matchup. Stamper looking for a second out. Roxon deals a 1-2. Hobbs a chopper right side, out of reach for a diving Armstrong. Mathena picks it up as motoring into third goes Bant from first to third on the second single from Hobbs. Puts runners on the corners with 1 away, and here comes Lauren Brakovic. So Hobbs, who had been
the first baseman, number 57,
somewhat
Lauren
quiet
Brakovic,
for her standard of what she's done this season. Through the first game against Carson-Newman and her first at-bat against Lenore Ryan, has flipped the switch and has gone 2 for 2 here. Lauren Brakovic comes up, takes the first pitch strike, as Hobbs with a delayed steal and kind of just moving up and down as she kind of tries to tempt a steal, or a throw rather, from Richards. Swipes second base for her 6th stolen base to the season. 1-0 to Brakovic. Fouls it straight back, 1-1. And so Brakovic with no force out. Behind Hobbs has been the top run producer for Anderson, 43 RBIs this season. Has had 8 home runs. 1-1. Upstairs from Stamper, 2-1. Much more patient approach for Anderson this time around against Stamper. Stamper put the first 10 down that she faced, the 2-1. Brakovic checks her swing, appeal down to third. She did not go around, says Jack Kling. Jordan Slate is the first base side umpire. Completes this trio with Thacker behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Hitters count 3-1 with 1 away. First base is open. Stamper home. Brakovic jammed inside, pops it up to the right side. Just onto the outfield grass. Armstrong makes the grab, runs into the infield as Bant stepped off third and will head back there. Big second out for Stamper, keeps the runners where they are.
The third baseman,
as here comes
number
Cadence
27,
Barrick.
Cadence Barrick.
Trojans trying to take advantage of this opportunity here. First pitch to Barrick. Outside, 1-0. Barrick was 3 for 4 against Lenore Ryan with an RBI in the second game of the day. 1-0. Stamper just outside, 2-0. Here's a 2-0. Wave and a miss from Barrick out in front of a breaking ball from Stamper. 2-1.
You got it. Getting hard somewhere.
Here comes a 2-1. Barrick fouls it straight back, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Is 0 for 4 against Stamper from yesterday to today with 3 strikeouts. Here's a break even from Stamper. Skips in, gets past Richards. Here comes Bant to the plate, and it's 3-0 Anderson in the bottom of the third. A wild pitch from Stamper. That was well in front of home plate, and it was a tough block for Richards. Here's a payoff pitch to Barrick. Line drive into left field. Here comes Hobbs. Another pair of runs scored for Anderson here in the bottom of the third. Lead is at 4-0.
The right fielder, number 22,
So for the second straight
Bella
game,
Harbor.
Carson-Newman falls into a big hole. Trailed 7-0 through 3 innings against Lincoln Memorial this morning. Down 4 here in the bottom of the 4th against Anderson. Eagles have left 6 runners on base through the first 3 innings. Stamper misses inside on the first pitch to Bella Harbor. And the 1-0. Wave the miss from Harbor out in front of the changeup from Stamper. 1-1. Harbor's 1 for 1, singled through the left side her first time up. Has Barrick over at first, second straight game with an RBI for Barrick. 1-1, a wave and a miss, and it's 1-2.
You seeing it now? You there, you there. Come on now.
Here comes a 1-2. Harbor drives it in the air down the left field line, and it hooks foul into the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Anderson threw the first punch in the bottom of the 2nd. Tacks on for more here in the 3rd. And the 1-2 outside squares the count to 2-2 against the righty. Anderson taking advantage of runners in scoring position, something Carson-Newman has not done yet in this second game. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Harbor down. Stamper picks up her second strikeout, but Anderson tacks on 2 more. A wild pitch brings in Shelby Bant, and then an
The
RBI
Trojans
single
score
from Cadence
2
Barrick.
on 2 hits.
Makes it
No
4-0
errors
as
and
we
1
go
left.
into the 4th on the Eagles.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Walker.
Sarah Walker leads off as it's 7, 8, and 9 for Carson-Newman here in the top of the 4th inning, trailing 4-0 against Anderson. Kilgore home on the first pitch. Walker wastes no time, grounding one through the left side and into left field for a leadoff base hit. 3rd hit for Carson-Newman this evening. 7th base runner overall for
number
the Eagles.
6, Shelby
Matt
Armstrong.
Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Winner advances to tomorrow's championship to take on the 4-seed Lincoln Memorial. First pitch to Shelby Armstrong. Hangs upstairs from Kilgore. And Armstrong works ahead in the at-bat. Armstrong flew out to right her first time up. There comes a 1-0 from Kilgore. Armstrong jammed inside, pops it up down the first base side, and Brakovic is there for out number 1. Ray Thacker's been tight with his zone,
number
but
14, Abby
Carson-Newman
Martin.
has been swinging early in at-bats. We'll see what changes here as Abby Martin comes up to bat with 1 away. First pitch swing to her, sinking line drive into right field, and it drops in for a fair ball, picked up by Harbor. She'll go to second, where Walker wasn't sure if it was going to be fair, and she's out by a step. So Martin picks up a single, reaches for the second time, but a tough read for Walker. Doesn't get a great jump trying to go to second.
Malia Smith.
And it's a rare 9-6 put out at second base on a single. As Malia Smith jumps on the first pitch. Shallow fly ball into left center. The shortstop Davis back onto the outfield grass. Retires her as Carson-Newman goes down quickly in the fourth. Another scoreless frame for Kilgore. 4-0 Anderson going to the bottom of the fourth on the Eagle Sports
No
Network.
runs on 2 hits.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
The shortstop, number 10,
Jenna Davis leads off here against Atiana Stamper. First pitch is grounded foul, first base side, 0-1. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Carson-Newman trailing 4-0 against Anderson, and the second elimination game of the day. And Anderson trying to win both to head to tomorrow's championship against the 4-seed Lincoln Memorial. Win today for Anderson could go a long way in terms of their tournament hopes. The 0-1 slices foul into left field. 0-2. Both Carson-Newman and Anderson came in the bottom half of the regional rankings. That came out on Wednesday. Anderson was 6th. Carson-Newman was 7th. A win for the Eagles on Friday against these Trojans. Felt they did enough for them to get into the tournament. The 0-2, Davis drives it out into left field. Saunders tracks it down, ranging back to her right, or her left rather, and hauls it in for out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth.
The second baseman, number 11, Kinsley Dunn.
As here comes Kinsley Dunn, who opened the scoring for Anderson on her first career home run in the bottom of the second with 2 away. Jumps on the first offering from Stamper and drives it foul down the right field line. And it's 0-1. Stamper comes home. Dunn on the ground to third. Gloved by Gregory. Spins, goes to first. It's not in time. It was bobbled for a moment. Gregory didn't pick it up cleanly. And so Dunn is aboard on an infield single. Put a runner on base for the 9-hitter.
The catcher,
Chloe Maness.
number 20, Chloe Maness.
Here comes the first pitch to her. This is outside. Maness 0 for 1. Flew out to left field back in the second. 1-0. Foul tipped off the end of the bat. Squares the count to 1-1. Second straight game that Carson-Newman has trailed by 4 or more heading into the fourth inning. Trailed 7-0 after 3 this morning, 4-0 after 3 here. The 1-1, Maness shoots it into left field. It'll split the gap and go up against the wall. Dunn around second, will stop at third as it's thrown back in by Saunders, and Smith will watch both runners stop where they are. Maness into second with a stand-up double. Tees it up against Stamper and sets the table for the top of the order with Kara Davis.
the center fielder, number 8, Kara Davis.
Anderson just had 5 hits. First time up against Stamper yesterday. They have 7 here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Davis. Stamper burns the outside edge. 0-1. 2 runners in scoring position here for Davis. Anderson's done a good job taking advantage of these situations. Carson-Newman has not been good with runners on. The 0-1. Touch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 away.
Make it happen now.
Carson-Newman has left 7 runners on base to Anderson's 2. 1-1. Davis, hard ground ball, snagged by the second baseman Armstrong, goes to first, not in time. Coming in to score, goes Dunn. It was a hard shot by Davis. Armstrong had to dive at it, went for a backhand flip to first, but Davis, with her speed, gets there by a step. And so it is now 5-0. And head coach Michael Graves has his lineup card out. He's going to make a change in the circle here. As Anderson picks up its 8th hit, they've driven in 5 runs, and he goes back to Reagan Rowan, who had a strong 2 2/3 against Lincoln Memorial this morning, but now has to come in here with Carson-Newman trailing big once again. Eagles came in with high hopes to this tournament.
The new pitcher for
Got the big win
Carson-Newman is number
yesterday against
16,
Anderson,
Regan Rowan.
5-2. In hopes of picking up its first SAC tournament championship since 2018. For much of this season, head coach Michael Graves said this team controls its own destiny. Feels there's so much talent on this team, has the ability, has the opportunities to come through in these big spots. And for much of this season they have, especially when trailing. But these deficits they've put themselves in this morning, and now here in this second game, an elimination game with Anderson, sometimes can just be too big of a deficit to overcome. 7 runs was tied for the most runs that Carson-Newman is trailed by. And Anderson has a chance to do that here with 2 runners on and 1 away. Shelby Bant will be coming up to bat. In the bottom of the 4th inning, it's a 5-0
The left
lead.
fielder,
They
number
chase
12,
Stamper after 3
Shelby
1/3.
Bant.
And so Reagan Rowan comes in, a sophomore out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, where their eligibility is considered a freshman by head coach Michael Graves. First pitch to Rowan, or from Rowan to Bant. Catches the top of the zone, and now a run down between first and second. 1 runner's tagged out. The throw to the plate, not in time. It was a run down as Davis was just tempting a throw. Got tagged out by Macaulay Bailey, and then taken off from third goes Miness. She comes in to score, and it's 6-0. Got in ahead of the tag of Anne-Marie Richards. So now it is a 6-0 lead for Anderson in the bottom of the 4th inning, an 0-1 count to Bant. Pitch comes home, hangs low, 1-1. And it was small ball here for Anderson, highlighted by that big double from Miness. And Davis on an infield single, 0-2 outside. Or rather, 1-1 was outside. It's 2-1. And so it's a 6-run deficit for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1. Bant on the ground to short. Smith fields, fires out number 3 on the 6-3 put out. 2 more score for Anderson. They've added a pair in the 2nd, the 3rd, and now the 4th, and we head into the 5th. 6-0, the deficit for Carson-Newman, needing to get the offense going. They've had chances, not capitalized. 6-0 Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
After 4
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Addie Saunders leads off at the top of the fifth and takes a first pitch ball from Cora Kilgore that has been efficient in the circle. While she hasn't had the strikeouts, she hasn't allowed any runs to score, and her offense has given her a nice 6-run cushion through 4 innings. 1-0, drops into the top of the zone against Saunders, 1-1. Carson-Newman has left 7 runners on base through the first 4 innings to Anderson's 3. 1-1, fouled straight back, 1-2. Rather, just 2 runners left on base, and Anderson has been able to take advantage of runners in scoring position in a multitude of ways. Home run from Kinsley Dunn, singles from key players in their order. 1-2, Saunders off the end of her bat into center field, sinking quickly, and it drops in for a leadoff base hit. Saunders gets on for the second time this evening. And it's a leadoff base hit, and here comes the heart of the Carson-Newman order with Macaulay Bailey.
The first baseman.
If Carson-Newman's going to have a comeback,
Bailey.
it's going to have to come from this part of the order, and especially from Macaulay Bailey, that has been such a huge part of this Carson-Newman team for a number of years. Grounds the first pitch foul, twisting out of the way is Grace Gregory, who stands on deck. Bailey's been the top run producer for Carson-Newman this season. Here comes an 0-1. Bailey on the ground, sneaks under the glove of Cadence Barrick at third. Saunders up to second. Bailey gets aboard, and now there's 2 on for Grace Gregory. Scorching shot, it's an infield single. First hit for Bailey, second time she's reached.
47, Grace Gregory.
And so for second time today, Carson-Newman gets the first 2 on. Back-to-back singles up to 6 hits. First pitch to Grace Gregory from Kilgore, misses outside to the righty. 1-0. Kilgore was strong, and first time she faced Carson-Newman back in March on the 21st. Then got rocked around the second time she came back out in game 2. The 1-0, Gregory lines it into left field. Saunders gets the green light around third. The throw to the plate from Bant, not in time. Trying to advance up to third goes Bailey. She is safe as Barrick lost the ball. Gregory up to second. Carson-Newman on the board. It's 6-1. Grace Gregory comes through once again. Another RBI for the outstanding addition and the transfer portal this offseason. As there's time called, and home plate umpire Ray Thacker has his notebook out. I'm not sure if it's a warning for Anderson or just a visit in the circle, but Some warnings being
Now
issued.
batting for the Eagles, the catcher, number 19,
Yes.
Anne-Marie Richards.
The lead has been cut to 5. 6-1 as Anne-Marie Richards steps in. Gregory at second, Bailey at third. Kilgore home. Richards goes after the first pitch and pulls it foul down the third base side. Would have scored 2 as it was going into the corner. Gregory now with 54 RBIs on the season. One run on now 7 hits for Carson-Newman. Here comes the 0-1. Hangs upstairs, 1-1. Richards is 0 for 2, but has been seeing the ball so well over the last 8 games. 1-1. Richards drives it out into right center field. Into the gap goes Harbor. She makes the catch. Tagging from third comes Bailey. She'll trot home. Richards does her job as Kilgore gets her first out here in the 5th. The sac fly from Richards makes it 6-2 in the top of the 5th.
The right fielder, number 4, Katie Mathena.
As Katie Mathena comes up to bat, 0 for 2 so far against Kilgore. Another righty on lefty with Gregory over at second. First pitch to Mathena. Drops beneath the knees. And this part of the order for Carson-Newman so many times this season has been the ones to get energy back into its side. 1-0. Mathena nearly hit by the pitch. Shimmies out of the way, and it's 2-0. Ground out and a pop out for Mathena. As Gregory over at second here in the top of the 5th, the 6-2 Anderson lead. Mathena jammed inside, clips it foul off the netting up the first base side. 2 balls, a strike with 1 away. Here in the top half of the 5th inning. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Winner takes on Lincoln Memorial tomorrow, needing to win 2 games. While the Rail Splitters need just 1. 2-1 up above the zone. 3-1 now to Mathena. Gregory standing tall over at second. Mathena, a narrow stance in the righty's batter's box. 3-1 home. That's high and tight, ball 4. And so now there's 2 on with 1 away as here comes Sarah Walker, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits. Kelly Roberts going to come out of the first base side dugout. As 4 of the first 5 have reached against Kilgore here in the 5th. Couple of RBIs, a single from Gregory, the sac fly from Richards has given life back to Carson-Newman. They've got 2 on with 1 away. Sarah Walker coming to the plate, who's had a pair of singles into left field. So both sides having conversations. It's Roberts, the SAC Coach of the Year, talking to her pitcher Kilgore and catcher Maness. The infielders behind them just outside the circle. On third base side, Michael Graves, along with the graduate assistant Hayden Dye, talking to Mathena, who's at first, Gregory at second, Walker at the dish, and Armstrong, who is on deck. Love to get 1, possibly 2 more runs here in this inning. If you're Carson-Newman,
Number 22,
just to keep the train moving and
Sarah
keep pressure
Walker
on against Kilgore. That has walked 5 batters now. First pitch swing for Walker, muscles it into left field. She's 3 for 3. Gregory turns around third, the throw to the plate, offline, and goes to the backstop. Walker comes through once again. The lead's been cut down to 3. And here come the Eagles with 2 in scoring position. Walker wasting no time, drives in Gregory at 6-3 here in the top of the 5th. Eagles threatening for more. With Mathena at third, Walker at second. Roberts back out of the dugout. Has her lineup card in hand, and she's going to go to the bullpen. It's going to be Katie Morris, who has not pitched since the second game of the SAC opening round against Wingate, where she went 2/3 of an inning, got the start, but took the loss. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits.
The new pitcher for the Trojans, number 31, Katie Morris.
And so now she comes in here in a big spot. Faces the 8-hitter, Shelby Armstrong. With 2 runners in scoring position, and Carson-Newman putting up a big crooked number. Cutting the lead down to 3. It's been cut in half. Morris holds the lowest ERA on the Anderson staff at 3.12, a 10-3 record. Making her 20th appearance, just the 3rd in relief. Has gone 80 2/3 with 78 strikeouts, 45 walks. Opponents batting .222 against her, but as I said, last time out did not go as smoothly for Morris and had not pitched since that second game. Has a bit of a funky windup where she almost hitches when she gets to her release point. And just a little bit wide, a high jump rather. Carson-Newman broke through against Morris in the second game between those two on March 21st. Chased her after 2 1/3 innings. She gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. We'll see what happens here as Armstrong looks to continue the momentum in this major 5th inning from Carson-Newman. Walker at second, Mathena at third, righty on righty. Morris home on the first pitch. Armstrong goes the other way into right field, and it's down for a base hit. Mathena scores. The throw is offline up the third base side. No one's there. Walker down in to score. Armstrong, a 2-run single. Won't pick up an RBI on both, but it scores 2, and the lead is down to 1. On the first pitch for Katie Morris, Armstrong comes through with the RBI single.
14, Abby
represents
Martin.
the tying run here in the top of the 5th inning. It's 6-5 with the tying run at second base. Martin 1 for 1. Morris's first pitch sizzles on the outside corner. Gets ahead 0-1. A crazy sequence where Armstrong worked it the other way, dropped into right field. Then the throw from Harbor, as here comes the 0-1. Off speed hangs upstairs 1-1. And the throw from Harbor missed the cutoff, went skipping through the infield between Morris and Maness and to the backstop on the third base side. Everyone just stared at it. Sarah Walker took advantage. The 1-1. Martin jammed inside. Bounces one to the right side. Picked up by Kinsley Dunn. She'll go to first and retire Martin, but it's a productive out as Armstrong advances another 60 feet to third. And here comes Malia Smith with the tying run 60 feet away for
The
Carson-Newman.
shortstop, number 33, Malia Smith.
It's officially ruled as a 2 RBI single for Armstrong, advancing to second on the throwing error from Harbor. First pitch to Malia Smith. Catches the inner half from the right-hander and Morris. This game is turned on its head in this 5-run 5th inning from Carson-Newman. Armstrong at third represents the tying run 60 feet away. The 0-1. Rise ball upstairs, 1-1. Waiting on deck is Addie Saunders, who this inning started with. Had a single, then it was a single from Bailey, an RBI single from Gregory. Sack fly from Richards. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. A walk from Mathena and an RBI single from Sarah Walker, and now with a 2-run single from Armstrong has brought Carson-Newman back from a 6-run hole. 2-1. Smith tries to lay down a bunt, catches the zone, and it's 2-2. Smith trying to drive in the tying run. 1 for 3, single, ground out, and a pop out for her so far. Break even from Morris. Smith, the ground ball up the middle and into center field. Carson-Newman has tied it. An RBI single from Malia Smith. And what was once a 6-run lead for Anderson is now tied at 6. A 6-run 5th inning for Carson-Newman, and the SAC freshman of the year, Malia Smith, coming through in the biggest spot so far. As Carson-Newman posts a major crooked number. Here is Saunders. First pitch from Morris. That's low in the dirt, 1-0. So now Malia Smith, with her speed, represents the go-ahead run for Carson-Newman. Right down Main Street from Morris, 1-1. Saunders has gotten on 2 times today, trying to continue that here as she gets up for the 2nd time in this inning. 1-1 upstairs, 2-1. Jumped up from batting 5th in the order to 2nd, part of a flurry of different batting positional changes for head coach Michael Graves. First team All-SAC outfielder. 2-1 for Morris. Saunders a wave and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. 2-2. He's going to wish he had that swing back. Has been so disciplined at the plate this season. Seeing the ball so well, and especially in the second half of this year. And the middle part of the order has been dangerous. Now given opportunities for that middle part. Bumping up in the order. Break even from Morris. Low and away. Gets past Manesson to the backstop. Smith scampers up to 2nd. Takes a wide turn. And will backpedal back to the bag. She advances up to 2nd on the wild pitch. And the count runs full against Saunders. And now a single to the outfield. Should be able to score Malia Smith with her speed. Payoff pitch on the way from Morris. Saunders a chopper deep in the hole by the shortstop Davis. She mishandles it. Here comes Smith around 3rd. The throw to the plate is not in time. Carson-Newman with 7 unanswered runs in the top of the 5th inning have come all the way back and have taken the lead. Malia Smith pumped up as she runs into the 3rd base side dugout. And Saunders continues this inning. We'll see how they rule it. Should be a base hit to Saunders, 40, and then with the error by Davis, Smith was able to score. Eagles add the extra point here in the 5th. It's 7-6 Carson-Newman. Macaulay Bailey now steps in with 2 away. First pitch from Morris. Bailey drives it the other way down the right field line, but it just slices foul of the line. Head coach Michael Graves with a charades-esque example to Macaulay Bailey in that swing. And puts his hand down to the grass, saying how low it was, saying be patient, let her pitch to you. Chance to add on another run. The 0-1. Bailey, a chopper to 3rd, fielded on a couple of hops by Barrett. She'll go to 1st, and the inning is over. But Carson-Newman gets a touchdown and an extra point. Trailed 7-0. Now in front, 7-6. As we go to the bottom of the 5th on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Facing its second largest deficit this season, Carson-Newman erupts for 7 runs in the top of the 5th to take a 7-6 lead. And now Reagan
Leading
Rowan,
off with the Trojans,
operating in the circle,
designated player,
comes
00,
through the heart of the
Carson
Anderson
Hobbs.
order, looking for a shutdown, bottom of the 5th. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Rowan will face Carson Hobbs to begin this bottom half of the 5th. First pitch from the right-hander, chopped straight back to her. Tosses to first. Major first out. And a crucial one from Rowan to retire Hobbs here in the bottom of the 5th.
The first baseman, number 57.
And here is Lauren Brakovic. First baseman's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a pop out. Hobbs is retired for the first time this evening. First pitch from Rowan. Touch outside, 1-0. Carson-Newman scored 7 runs on 6 hits, aided by 2 errors, and just left 1 runner on. Through the first 4 innings, they had left 7 runners on base. The 1-0. That's high above the letters, 2-0. Anderson, and it's all black alternate uniforms. Anderson written in gold across the chest, outlined in white. Numbers on the front and the back to mimic. Black pants, black socks, a white batting helmet with a gold AU on the front. 2-1. The 2-0 is down and in, 3-0. Carson-Newman, meanwhile, in the all-white Stormtrooper look. Football-type uniforms with the big blue numbers on the front and the back. White outline and then a thin orange outline around it. The 3-0. Rowan stamps it in the zone, 3-1. On the shoulders that are white, there's 2 orange stripes inside of that, 2 blue stripes, and then in the middle, a white stripe. White pants with 2 thin navy blue stripes down the side. Navy blue socks with white stirrups and a blue visor for those that choose to wear it. The 3-1 bounces in. And Brakovic gets on for the first time, represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Cadence Barrick. Pinch runner will be coming in for Kelly Roberts over at first as she has the lineup card in hand, talking to Ray Thacker. As she goes to her bench. Out comes Jolie Davis, 5'2" freshman, native of the Electric City in Anderson, South Carolina. Has been a go-to pinch runner for the SAC's Coach of the Year. First pitch to Barrick. Goes around.
Pitch running for the Trojans
Rowan
is number 1, Jolie
buried
Davis.
that down and in against the right-handed
And at the
hitting
plate, number
third
27,
baseman.
Cadence Barrick.
Gave her the sword and gets ahead 0-1. The 0-1 to Barrick. Down and in. Gets past Richards. Up to second goes Davis. The throw in is a touch late. So Davis into scoring position on a wild pitch. Barrick, an RBI singler last time up, has the opportunity to do that here. Tying run in scoring position. A 1-1. Off speeds outside. 2-1. It was a 6-0 Anderson lead through 4 innings. Carson-Newman plate 7 in the 5th. Righty on righty, the 2-1. Barrick sharply hit ground ball, snagged by Gregory at third. Goes to first. What a play. Flashing the leather, Grace Gregory gets a pivotal second out.
The
On
right
a
fielder,
hot
number
shot,
22, Bella
one hop
Harbor.
into the glove of Gregory. She spun around, got back to her feet, and retires Barrick. As here is Bella Harbor. 1 for 2, Rowan home. Harbor takes a first pitch ball. Time is called by Richards behind the plate. He wants to get on the same page with Rowan in this crucial at-bat for both sides. Carson-Newman to post to 0. Be the first time since the first inning and be huge in the grand scheme of it all. For Rowan, as I said in the opening game this morning, didn't pitch all of last season. Made her first career pitching appearance on March 1st, and her first high leverage situation was against this Anderson team. Got her first career win. Here's the 1-0. Off speed is outside to Harbor, who stands in the righty's batter's box, and it's 2-0. Rowan went an inning and 2/3, striking out a pair, giving up just one hit, and a 7-5 victory for the Eagles. 2-0. Harbor has a foul tip that goes to the backstop, but it's 2-1.
Settle in, you got it. See it and hit it.
Went through a tough sequence in terms of starts. She became a starter for Michael Graves. 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. Was plagued by walks. Now she's here trying to come through in another big area for the Eagles. Hitters count 3-1 to Harbor. Foul tipped, and the count goes full.
Come on, you got it now. Make it count.
And it's just steadily improved, and a product of hard work is Rowan. Regaining confidence across her last couple of appearances. Here's a payoff pitch to Harbor. Upstairs, ball 4. And it puts the go-ahead run on the bases with Jenna Davis coming to the plate.
The shortstop, number 10, Jenna Davis.
So it's Jolie Davis at second, Bella Harbor at first, and Jenna Davis at the plate. Chokes up on the bat in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch, a strike. As Rowan nicks the outside part of the zone. The 0-1, slow roller, first base side, and it just trickles foul. Macaulay Bailey, the veteran heads-up play, was about to play it. And I think Anne-Marie Richards, the catcher, said, hold on, let it roll, let it roll. And then it just creeped over to the right side of the line. And the count's at 0-2 now against Jenna Davis. 2 runners on. Here's the 0-2 from Rowan. Davis a chopper to third. Gregory climbs the ladder, throws to first in time. Out number 3 in the bottom of the 5th.
No
Gregory
runs,
with a pair of
no hits.
strong defensive
Two big
plays,
left.
and Carson-Newman gets a shutdown frame
After
from
5
Rowan.
complete.
It's 7-6 Eagles through
Carson-Newman
5.
7,
Back with more
Anderson
from Hickory on the
6.
other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
7-6, the lead for Carson-Newman as we come into the sixth inning. Grace Gregory leads off against Katie Morris, who got the final two outs in a 7-run fifth inning from Carson-Newman. Gregory started the scoring with an RBI single for Carson-Newman. Righty gets set as Morris delivers a first pitch ball in the dirt. Rowan with a scoreless frame in the bottom of the fifth. Gregory with a pair of nice defensive plays. Trying to do the work with her bat once again. 1-0 from Morris. Hits Gregory on her elbow as that buzzes the tower, and Gregory ducked out of the way, but it caught her on her lead left elbow to shoulder area. Leadoff hitter is aboard via hit by
the
pitch.
Catcher, number 19, Anne-Marie Richards.
As Carson-Newman taking on Anderson for the second consecutive day, took down the 24-ranked Trojans yesterday. First pitch to Anne-Marie Richards from Morris. Notches the bottom part of the zone. That was the first ranked win this season for Carson-Newman. Fell in a pair of top 25 matchups against Lenore Rhine. At the end of the regular season, the 0-1 hangs outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. First ranked win since March 18th of last season when the Eagles defeated Tusculum 1-1. A rise ball upstairs. 2-1. Morris trying to settle in on top the slab. 2-1. Richards chops it foul, third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For much of this season, Carson-Newman's been a team that has jumped in front, has gotten ahead on teams. But it's been a different tune today on this Friday from Hickory, North Carolina. Break even from Morris. Richards on the ground. It hits the third base bag and caroms into left field. A base hit from Anne-Marie Richards puts the first 2 on. And Carson-Newman continues to produce. First hit for Richards. Had a sac flyer last
The
time
right
up.
fielder, number 4, Katie Mathena.
Picks up her 5th hit of the weekend. As Katie Mathena shows bunt, pulls back and it misses low. Her first pitch ball. Mathena continued that 5th inning with a walk. Eventually came in to score. And the 1-0. Mathena tries to put the bunt down, comes up empty. 1 ball and 1 strike. For Richards, she has now reached base in 10 consecutive games, a career-long streak. And has hits in 5 consecutive games. The 1-1, Mathena is able to square the bunt down, but it is pulled foul at the left field line, 1-2. Cannot be understated how big Anne-Marie Richards has been in the lineup in her resurgence into this order. Had gone through a really tough stretch. Started the year pretty well. 1-2. Mathena pops it up and out of play. down the right field line. The count stays where it is. And Richards, for the early part of the season, was batting above 400, stayed in the high 300s. Saw her batting average drop to a low of 320 after the first game of a doubleheader at Coker. 1-2's high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And in the second game against Coker, something clicked. She's been picked up a hit in every game since that first game, except for one against Lenore Ryan. As the break even comes into Mathena, shoots it to second, picked up by the second baseman in Dunn. She goes to second for one to retire Richards. The throw back to first is not in time. Advancing to third goes Gregory. Mathena gets on via fielder's choice. As now here comes Sarah Walker.
The designated player, number 22.
With one away
Sarah
and runners
Walker.
on the corners. Same can be said for Katie Mathena, the work she's done in her sophomore season, following a much similar arc to Addie Saunders, both the natives of Virginia. Sarah Walker 3 for 3. First pitch from Morris. Walker, a ground ball back up the middle. Dunn can't field it and pushes it into center field. Gregory comes in to score. It's 8-6 Carson-Newman in the top of the 6th inning. Walker continues to put the ball in play. It was going to be a tough play for Dunn. Gregory was scoring regardless, and they'll give Walker a single. 4 for 4 with a pair of RBIs for Sarah Walker. And Walker's a player that had been struggling. 1 for her last 12 at the plate going into yesterday, or after yesterday, rather. Then picked up a base hit in the 5th inning against Lincoln Memorial this morning.
Now pitching for the Trojans. 0-0.
Whatever
Carson
happened
Hobbs.
there, a gear turned in Walker's head, and she has not looked back. 4 for 4. Huge part of this bottom part of the order to get on the board for Carson-Newman. As Kelly Roberts goes back to the bullpen. She goes back to game 1 starter. And the winning pitcher in the first elimination game this afternoon for the Trojans in Carson Hobbs. The SAC's player of the year, 2 for 3 at the plate. Now getting time in the circle as Katie Morris exits after an inning of work. Threw 31 pitches, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned on 4 hits. She is responsible for Mathena and Walker at the plate as left-hander Hobbs gets set to come back into action. Hobbs went 5 1/3 innings yesterday against Carson-Newman. Gave up 9 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned with 3 strikeouts. This afternoon against Lenore Ryan, gained the win after 3 1/3 innings of work. Allowing 2 runs, both of them unearned on 3 hits with 5 Ks and a walk. Shelby Armstrong's the first one she'll face. And the changeup is the bread and butter for Morris. That's the first thing Shelby Armstrong sees as it drops into the heart of the zone. As Armstrong and the Eagles look for more insurance, they've handed on 1 so far here in the top of the 6th. The 0-1 drops down and away against Armstrong, 1-1. A 2-run single from Shelby Armstrong tied the game at 6 an inning ago. Armstrong was strong in the first game against Lincoln Memorial this morning. 1-1, tries to put a bunt down, and it splinters straight back. 1-2. Armstrong was 2 for 2, had a pair of singles, a walk, and a run scored in the 10-5 loss against the Rail Splitters this morning. And Carson-Newman would love to get another crack at their in-state foe in Lincoln Memorial. Need to get through this one, though, to get to that point. 1-2, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Walker at first, Mathena at second. An 8-6 Carson-Newman lead after 7 runs in the 5th and 1 here so far in the 6th after an RBI single from Sarah Walker. Break even to Armstrong. Hangs outside. Armstrong gets the count full at 3-2. Abby Martin waits on deck. Payoff pitch to Armstrong. Wave and a miss. Just cuts through the off speed that drops in low. Frustrated with herself, puts the bat to her head as she heads back to the third base side dugout. Hobbs with a big time strikeout for the second out here in the seventh, as she'll face Abby Martin. First pitch to Martin in the dirt, gets to the backstop. Mathena and Walker advance another 60 feet, takes the force out of the equation, and now both in scoring position for Abby Martin. Senior center fielders had so many big moments. This would be another one in the Abby Martin file. The 1-0 changeup. It's in there. Top half of the zone, 1-1. Walker at second, Mathena at third. Lefty comes home on a 1-1, goes back upstairs. This one a little higher, and Martin again takes it. This time it's a ball, so it's 2-1 with 2 away. An 8-6 Carson-Newman lead in the top of the 6th inning. 2-1, Martin a ground ball, snagged by Hobbs on the comebacker, tosses to first. She gets out of trouble. Leaves 2 on the bases, but Carson-Newman plates another RBI single from Sarah Walker, makes it 8-6 as we go into the bottom of the 6th on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it's an 8-6 Carson-Newman lead as Sarah Walker, who's 4 for 4, tacked on another with their first RBI of the evening. And Reagan Rowan heads back into the circle. We'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Anderson order. Here in the bottom half of the 6th, and it begins with Kinsley Dunn. Kelly Roberts had her lineup card out. Ray Thacker getting the changes.
The second baseman, number 11, Kinsley Dunn.
And so Dunn settles into the righty's batter's box. Rowan home on the first pitch. Misses outside as the music was still going, and it's 1-0. Dunn had 2-run home run in the second. Opened the scoring for Anderson. Singled back in the fourth. 1-0. Moves down and in. Gets to the backstop. Doesn't hit Dunn, but it count goes to 2-0. Reagan Rowan in place of Atiana Stamper that came in after Stamper, 3 1/3, giving up all 6 Anderson runs. 2-0 to Dunn. That's high, ball 3. And Richards pops up from behind the plate. We'll go out and chat with Rowan. Macaulay Bailey will join them as well in the circle. Just trying to settle things down here. As Carson-Newman has come back from the brink, trailed 6-0 after 4 innings. But a 7-run 5th inning gave them the lead. They added one more. 3-0. right at the bottom part of the zone, 3-1. They have scored the last 8 runs, taking this lead into the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 3-1. Chopped foul by Dunn on another pitch low from Rowan. Got the last strike call, went a little lower, said, what are you going to do with this one? Kinsley Dunn gets the count full. Pair of walks so far for Rowan, both came in the last half inning. Break even to Dunn. Foul tipped, and Dunn stays alive. 2 for 2 for Kinsley Dunn. Her first career home run in the 2nd. Then the single came into score in the 4th, the last time Anderson got on the board when they made it 6-0. Rowan sets at the belt, payoff pitch, Dunn puts it foul, third base side. Three balls and 2 strikes to the first hitter here at the bottom of the 6th against Reagan Rowan. Another payoff pitch, Dunn, soft liner to the shortstop in Smith. Underhand grab, out number 1. So it's the 9-hitter, Chloe Maness, now coming to the plate. Doubled and scored her last time up.
Number 20, Chloe Maness.
First pitch to the right-hander. Drops beneath the zone from Rowan. One ball, no strikes, 1 away. Bottom 6, an 8-6 lead for Carson-Newman. Winner advances to Saturday's championship. 1-0. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Rowan worked backwards in the last at-bat, but Michael Graves had talked about how his hitters falling behind, or his pitchers rather, makes life easier on the opposing hitters. Here comes a 2-0 to Maness. Goes after it. It glances it foul. Up into the netting on the first base side, 2-1. A picture-perfect day in Hickory. The wind is gusting out towards straightaway center. It was blowing in yesterday. It's 2-1. Bounces in front of home, 3-1. Jam-packed day today on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne. Graduation started 12 minutes ago at 6 p.m. Bears chased out of the SAC tournament, dropping both of its contests. 3-1 from Rowan. Fouled straight back by Maness. And for the second straight batter, Rowan behind the at-bat. Stays in it. Gets the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. Ready on ready. She comes home on the 3-2. Called strike 3. Freezes Maness. Pumped up. She walks towards Anne-Marie Richards. They give an air fist bump a couple of feet away from one another. Rowan with her first strikeout. It's a backwards K for out number 2.
Davis.
And it comes now back to the top of the order with Kara Davis coming to the plate, standing in the lefty's batter's box. An RBI single her last time up. First pitch to Davis. Notches the outside part of the plate. 0-1, 2 away. Infield in against Davis. Pair of ground outs to the second baseman Armstrong, her first 2 times to the plate. The 0-1, a rise ball from Rowan. Misses above the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes a 1-1. Davis, a ground ball. Weird hop. It kicks off of Malia Smith and into left field. Davis turns around first, going to second. The throw in from Saunders in time. Saunders with a huge defensive play, throws a strike to Armstrong to apply the tag, and Davis is out trying to stretch that single into a double. And Carson-Newman gets a huge 1, 2, 3, bottom of the 6th. They go into the 7th with a 2-run lead, looking for more when we come back on the other side of this break on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
The shortstop, number 33.
Top of the order
Malia
leads off for
Smith.
Carson-Newman here in the top of the 7th, an 8-6 lead. Eagles have rattled off the last 8 runs of this contest, trailing 6-0 as Smith puts a bunt down up the first base side, fielded by Hobbs. The toss to first, not in time. Couldn't draw it up better myself for Malia Smith. A drag bunt up the first base side, and leadoff hitter is on base for Carson-Newman.
Fielder, number 44,
13th hit of the
Addie
afternoon
Saunders.
for the Eagles, 3rd for Malia Smith. And so here comes Addie Saunders, who has been inserted into this 2 spot in the lineup, and Michael Graves pushing the right buttons in this offensive lineup. Saunders now squares a bunt around, stays fair, and then backspins foul up the first base side, and it's 0-1. This change with the lineup, moving the chess pieces around, creates a different look for Carson-Newman. Back-to-back lefties atop the order with Smith and then Saunders. Both with great speed. Puts pressure on the pitchers. The 0-1. Saunders tries to square the bunt again, and this one spins foul, third base side, 0-2. Saunders started the 5th inning with the leadoff single. What turned into a 7-run inning. It only starts with one. You just got to get the ball rolling. Was the first run to score for Carson-Newman on a single from Grace Gregory. The 0-2 drops low from Hobbs, 1-2. And for Malia Smith to pick up another 3-hit outing, her 11th this season, 28th multi-hit game, the SAC's freshman of the year, so dynamic. The 1-2, Saunders on the ground, straight to the second baseman and done. She goes to second for one. The turn on to first by Jenna Davis is late, and Saunders replaces Smith over at first on the fielder's choice. And so now it comes to the heart of the Carson-Newman order with Macaulay Bailey. Has gotten on
The
twice
first baseman,
today, a walk
number
and a
40,
single,
Macaulay Bailey.
which sandwiches in between a pop out and a ground out for the senior first baseman that has been in search of that major home run. Carson Hobbs misses outside on the first pitch, 1-0. Thought she got it against Hobbs in the top of the 6th inning yesterday on a near home run to left center, hit off the top of the wall and came back in. The 1-0, she hits it on the ground, and this one squeaks through in the left field. Puts 2 on with 1 away. And while it's not the home run, and Bailey hasn't had as many home runs as she's had in years past, just 7 this year.
The third baseman,
She
number
has been
47,
just as
Grace
productive, if
Gregory.
not more productive, this season. Elevated her batting average, has been consistently topping the charts in the South Atlantic Conference in batting average. She continues the train moving along here in the top of the 7th. She'll be replaced by a pinch runner in Reese Winchester.
Pinch running for the Eagles, number 2 is Reese Winchester.
She'll go in over at first base. As Grace Gregory climbs in, has reached base the last 3 times, scoring on the last 2 occasions. First pitch from Hobbs to Gregory. Down and away to the right-handed hitting third baseman, 1-0. An RBI single in the 5th. Dragged across Carson-Newman's first run. Since then, it's been 7 straight more from the Eagles. 1-0, Gregory slices it foul first base side. Walked back in the 3rd, a hit by pitch her last time up to lead off the 6th. Came in to score an RBI single from Sarah Walker that pushed the lead that was 1 up to 2 and has us where we are now at an 8-6 lead. 1-1, Gregory line drive, sinks into center field. It is down for a base hit. Saunders hesitated for a moment, not sure if it was going to hang up and fall into the waiting arms of Kara Davis, but instead it drops down, and now the bases are loaded. 3rd hit of the inning for Carson-Newman.
The catcher,
Saunders up
number
to 3rd,
19,
Winchester at
Anne-Marie
2nd,
Richards.
and Gregory gets on for the 4th consecutive time, 2nd hit of the day, and Anne-Marie Richards comes up. Bases juiced, 1 away. First pitch to Richards. Hobbs misses, low and away. 1-0. Has consistently gone to that spot. Both sides pitchers have. But it's not been a strike all afternoon from Ray Thacker. Infield creeps in just a little closer against Richards. The 1-0 pops it up. Shallow center field. Long run and an over-the-shoulder grab. A spectacular play made by Jenna Davis. Spins around, throws back to 2nd, and it's in time for an inning-ending double play. Oh my goodness, take a bow, Jenna Davis. Tracking it over her shoulder, lunges out and holds onto it. If that had dropped, it would have been more runs for Carson-Newman. Instead, Anderson holds firm. It keeps it at a 2-run deficit as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 8-6 on the Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles look for 3 more outs on the other side of this break on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Bottom of the 7th inning. It's an 8-6 lead for Carson-Newman. 3 outs away from advancing to the SAC championship tomorrow afternoon to face Lincoln Memorial. The Rail Splitters upset top-seeded LR, then took down Carson-Newman this morning, and now standing in the way, 2, 3, and 4 in the Anderson order against Reagan Rowan. It begins with Shelby Bant, and Rowan comes home on the first pitch. Starts Bant off with a strike. Drops in on the inner half, 0-1. Carson-Newman stared down the barrel of a 6-run deficit after 4 innings. Scored 7 runs in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. The 0-1 catches the outside corner, 0-2 against Bant. Trailed by 7 this morning. Nearly mounted a comeback. Here comes the 0-2. Outside, trying to tempt Bant. She stays patient and doesn't bite. 1-2 now. Reagan Rowan is coming in place of Atiana Stamper. Trying to pick up a win here. 1-2. High and tight. Bant takes it inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The largest deficit Carson-Newman has faced and has come back from to take the lead. Came this afternoon. The 2-2. Bant off the end of her bat. Guides it into the Carson-Newman dugout. where Alex Graves, the daughter of head coach Michael Graves, ducking for cover. Didn't have her helmet on. Here comes a 2-2 from Rowan. Elevated above the letters in Bant. Such a tough out. Has battled backwards and runs the count full. Rowan takes a deep breath in the circle. First out's always the biggest. Payoff pitch. Skips in low. Goes to the backstop. Bant sprints up to first. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Walks have haunted Carson-Newman in spots, and Richards comes out along with the rest of the infield, other than third baseman Grace Gregory. Settle things down with Reagan Rowan. Biggest spot in the season for Carson-Newman today. Trying to settle things down. Rowan has been building confidence as this season has moved along. She'll face Carson Hobbs.
0-0. Carson
2 for 3 today. Was retired when she faced Rowan back in the 5th inning on a ground ball straight back to the pitcher. Righty on lefty, the first pitch to Hobbs. Goes around and glances it foul up into the netting on the third base side, and Rowan gets ahead. Here comes an 0-1 to Hobbs. Drop ball low, 1-1. Double play depth up the middle between Smith and Armstrong. Corners are even with the bags. And Bailey at first, Gregory about 5 steps in front of third. Outfield back. 1-1. Hobbs pulls it straight to second. Armstrong has the runners in a rundown as Bant retreats back to first. And now she tags out Bant. That should be a double play as Bailey will toss to Smith, steps on second base. Not sure if it looked like Armstrong got her glove underneath it. If they're saying that she didn't catch it, well, she went to first where Bailey stepped on the bag. Hobbs would be out. And then it'd be a tag situation. And Bantwood, I believe, would have to go up to second base in that play. These umpires coming together, and Ray Thacker, Jordan Slate, Jack Kling. If this is a double play, this is massive for Carson-Newman. There's a no catch. Runners out at first, and then Bant is able to stay safe over at first base. And now the umpire is going to come together once again. Thacker and Slate here. And now they're all going to come back together and discuss it up the first base side. It'd be a force out at second, but Bant is able to go back to first base if she was not tagged out, which she was not. She was able to evade the tag of Bailey, and so
the first baseman,
now Lauren Brakovic will come out with one
Lauren
out.
Brakovic.
In the bottom of the 7th, a strange sequence. As the force out was on, but they got down at first before Bant went to second, so she was able to go back as Brakovic comes in and takes the first pitch ball outside from Rowan. And it's 1-0. Had to look that up myself for a moment there. Here comes a 1-0 to Brakovic. Hammers one into left center. Long run for Saunders. It'll split the gap and go to the wall. Saunders picks it up. Rounding third. Here comes Davis. The throw to the plate. It's not in time. An RBI single from Lauren Brakovic cuts the lead down to 1. Shelby Bant, not Davis. The heads-up play, able to avoid a double play, and the last at-bat comes in to score as Brakovic rips a double into left center field. Or excuse me, it's just a single. She stayed put over at first base. And now the umpires coming together once again in this last sequence. Michael Graves wanted to get a look at something. We'll see what they do here. Lineup cards out for Kelly Roberts. And Carson-Newman's going to challenge the play at home. If the runner... It looked like she got in ahead of the tag from Richards from my vantage point here high up on the first base side, but the question might be whether her foot physically touched home. I don't have the ability to look at that play. And the play at home is confirmed. Runner is safe. An RBI single from Lauren Brakovic. Cuts the lead down to 1. It's 8-7. On a long RBI single. Cadence Barrick now coming to the plate.
The third baseman, number 27, Cadence Barrick.
These umpires getting their work in here in the bottom of the 7th. And they've handled it well. As Kelly Roberts heads to Ray Thacker, pinch runner coming in for Brakovic. And it'll be Lainey Price, sophomore out of Flowery Branch, Georgia. Michael Graves out on the third base side dugout, cheering on his team, trying to get things settled down. And he'll head back in there as he'll trust Rowan in this spot against Cadence Barrett.
Pitch running for the Trojans, number 5 is Lainey Price.
First pitch to Barrick. Turns on it. It's an infield pop-up. Left side. Smith calls off Gregory. Hauls it in. 2 outs. Barrick, a dangerous bat in this Anderson order. Had an RBI single earlier, but Rowan with a stellar pitch induces a skyscraping pop-up. And so now Bella Harbor's the last chance for Anderson. Tying run on the bases. First pitch misses low. Snap throw back to first is not in time, and Rowan was tripped up on that pitch. This circle at Sheena Holler Field has gone through it. There have been some pieces of dirt that have clumped together and have basically turned into rocks. And so Colby Reed out to talk with Rowan in this spot. Looked like she fell knees first as she came in on the throw. Making sure she's okay. It's turned into one of the marquee pitchers in the stable for Michael Graves and pitching coach Holly Tucker Vance. Anne-Marie Richards in her catching mitt is just chock full of dirt that is hardened together. That Rowan will throw another pitch as she tries to find her footing again. Third base umpire Jack Kling swiping off the rubber, giving Rowan a place to set her feet. And she's all good and ready to go back into action. There was a pause for Rowan against Lincoln Memorial as she was hit with a comebacker. And so a 1-0 count with 2 away. Bella Harbor's at the plate. A single, a strikeout, and a walk for the right fielder. Carson-Newman needing 1 more out, leading by 1. Here comes the 1-0. Rowan misses high and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Tying run on the bases in Lainey Price. Winning run at the plate represented currently by Bella Harbor. Carson-Newman needing one more out to advance to the championship tomorrow. Rowan set at the belt. Here comes a 2-0. Called strike. Hits at the bottom part of the zone. It's 2-1. Harbor, a freshman out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Takes a deep breath in the righty's batter's box. Here's a 2-1 from Rowan. Off speed, high and outside. Back throw to first. Price dives in head first ahead of the tag. Hitters count now for Harbor. 3-1. As Rowan steps outside behind the circle. Settles back in, needing to throw a strike here. Middle infielders back with their heels on the outfield grass. 3-1 from Rowan. She paints it inside. Buckles Harbor. And the count goes full. These are the moments you dream of. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Tying run on the base, winning run at the plate. Rowan comes set. Payoff pitch. Harbor stays alive. Chopping one third base side, and it's foul. Feel the nerves, the pressure building with each passing moment between these two sides. Rowan rocks and deals another payoff pitch, and Harbor glances it straight back once again. Needing to throw strikes, looking for one more. Send her team to the championship tomorrow. Here's another 3-2. Harbor in the air, left field. Saunders twisting around. It's over her head and into the wall. Throws to the cutoff. Here comes Price to the plate. The throw, not in time. Down to their last strike, to their last out. It's an RBI double from Bella Harbor. Ties it up at 8.
The shortstop, number
Saunders
10,
couldn't get
Jenna
back there in time
Davis.
as Harbor hit a frozen rope, one hopping into the wall, and now the winning run on second in Harbor as Jenna Davis comes to the plate. Anderson with 2 runs here in the 7th ties it at 8. Davis, first pitch swing, lines it into left. Saunders picks it up, snaps it back into the infield. Advancing up to second goes Davis. To third goes Harbor, and now Anderson, chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 8th. Has the winning run 60 feet away, and Kinsley Dunn is up to the plate. This game has given everything for both of these sides. It was a 6-0 Anderson lead after 4 innings. 7 runs in the 5th by Carson-Newman. They took the lead, added 1 more in the 6th. You go back to the top of this inning. Carson-Newman had the bases loaded with 1 away, but a spectacular play from Jenna Davis, who just picked up the last hit. Ranging back into center field, made an over-the-shoulder grab with her full entire left arm extended, squeezing a pop out of Anne-Marie Richards. Turned her hips around, fired out Reese Winchester at second base, the pinch runner who was off the bag.
The second baseman.
Now she comes up
number
here.
11, Kinsley Dunn.
Pushes a winning run into scoring position and up to third base is Kinsley Dunn, trying to be the hero. First pitch to Dunn. Glances it foul, 0-1. Carson-Newman had Anderson with its backs against the wall, trailing by 1 with 2 outs. And Bella Harbor, a major swing. 1 hopping into the wall in left field. Here comes the 0-1 from Rowan to Dunn. And a strike on the inner half when it's 0-2. Dunn delivered a 2-run home run in the 2nd. Singled and scored back in the 4th. Here's an 0-2. High and outside, 1-2. Rowan's been looking for this put-away pitch. Has 1 strikeout. Chloe Maness, who stands on deck. Righty on righty, the 1-2. High and outside once more, and Dunn has squared the count up to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. Pair of runners on, and Davis at second. Doesn't matter to Carson-Newman because the winning run harbors at third, 60 feet away. Break even from Rowan. Dunn into center field. Left center, it is down. Anderson comes back, and they win it 9-6. A walk-off from Kinsley Dunn sends the Trojans to championship Saturday. Carson-Newman came back from a 6-run deficit, took an 8-6 lead heading into the 7th. But the Trojans, with a cardiac effort, score 3 runs and advance to tomorrow's championship to face Lincoln Memorial.
Your final score here for the McCrory Family Stadium.
It was an RBI single from
Anderson.
Warren Brockovic, then the
9.
game-tying double from Bella Harbor.
Carson-Newman, 8.
And Kinsley Dunn, who hit her first career home run, delivers the walk-off and knockout blow here in the bottom of the 7th.
Trojans live to fight
The
another
Trojans
day.
win their 2nd straight elimination game to
Game
advance
6
to tomorrow's
set for
championship.
tomorrow.
They'll face
First
Lincoln
pitch,
Memorial tomorrow at noon. Now
We'll
for
see you then.
Carson-Newman, their rest of their season hangs in the balance of the committee. Felt they've done enough to advance into the NCAA tournament. The selection show is slated for Monday at 10 a.m. So till then, Carson-Newman will await its fate. We'll be sure to keep you updated. Meanwhile, for Anderson, that win right there, these back-to-back elimination game efforts, I would say has done enough to put them into the NCAA tournament. So Carson-Newman all converge out in left field. Seniors feeling this was a team capable of winning the SAC tournament. Had it within reach with 2 outs on the board. 3 straight hits from Anderson dashes away that hope. Now the attention turns to the national tournament where Carson-Newman looks to return to it. Hasn't made it in each of the last 2 seasons. Till selection show Monday, Matt Scalzo saying so long from Hickory. Anderson, the comeback win. They take it 9-8 in 7. An instant classic between these two once again in the SAC tournament. Anderson knocked out Carson-Newman in 2024. They do the same here in 2026. And will face Lincoln Memorial tomorrow. The Rail Splitters trying to be the Cinderella story and steal a bid. Could cause problems for Carson-Newman in the NCAA tournament. We'll see what tomorrow holds for Carson-Newman. We'll see what the future holds on Selection Show Monday. Till then, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Hickory. If this is the final time here for Carson-Newman softball, I want to say it's been a pleasure to bring this season to you. And to any of the fans or parents that have come up to me, I appreciate all the kind words throughout this season. Fingers crossed that Carson-Newman has done enough to get into the NCAA tournament with Selection Show up on Monday. Until then, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Hickory. Eagles fall 9-8 to Anderson. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening on the Eagle Sports Network.